Welcome to the Heavyweight Podcast.
The Heavyweight Podcast.
Heavyweight Podcast.
Heavyweight Podcast. You listen.
We can weigh in on some heavy shit, you know.
What's good? This is Heavyweight Podcast, episode number 47. 47. I'm your host, MoeLethal.
Andre Karolinko.
7.
Oh, AK47. Okay. Yeah, he was whatever.
He was nice for a moment in time.
He's a unicorn.
For a moment like this. Okay.
Oh,
He's a unicorn. How can he be a unicorn? I'm not. Okay, dirt. Okay, never mind.
Remember?
Yeah, we're not going to say that. He's not a unicorn. I am your host, MoeLethal.
No.
I'm here with these three guys. Go ahead and state your names.
Sutter McFly, a.k.a. Murs when he speaks.
The gas man, Kevin Ellis.
Yeah. You been eating Taco Bell again?
No, not doo-doo gas man.
This is Geek 40, your friendly neighborhood game master.
Mr. Thickman.
Thick man.
I never said that.
I'm not in it.
The tape differs, sir. And
I'm not in it.
We've had some feedback, and they like that. They like that.
Those words.
They like the thick man.
Those words never came out of my mouth.
Hey, you got your hoochie daddy shorts on?
Hoochie daddies.
I
How
ain't
was your
even.
How was your week, fellas?
It was very relaxing. I went to work and I just geared up for vacation, and then I went to the chiropractor today, and I almost threw hands with the chiropractor, and
Why, sir? Why are you fighting?
Yeah, why?
because he's a strong
He did
man.
a
And
service.
he manhandled me, and
He's doing his service.
Are you telling me that because you're what 6'2"?
I'm not 6'2", sir.
What do you?
I'm 6'1" on a good day.
You're 6. So you're 6'1". You got manhandled. How big is this fellow?
He's about 6'3", 6'3" or so. It would have been a good match.
You don't go to the dentist and slap the dentist.
I mean, I thought about it.
It depends on if it's the same dentist from Horrible Bosses.
I thought about it.
You gonna slap that dentist?
If she asks for it.
Oh yeah, I got you. I feel you. Okay.
I'm not in that conversation. I am not in that conversation. And I bought my daughter some shoes. That was nice.
Oh, what's up?
I forgot the name of those, but yeah, those are very comfy looking.
They are. I've told you, I bought 2 pairs. Mr. Wendell.
Only $19 at Nike Outlet.
Wow, budget.
Mm-hmm. And they slide on so easy. Put your shoes on, baby. We gotta leave. We gotta leave.
They can put them on that's the best part.
That's what I'm saying. It's nice.
We're
Yeah,
dead
sorry.
now. We're dead now. Mr.
Yeah.
Wendell, you're weak.
It was good. It was new job started, and I learned a whole lot in a week. Jesus, but it's good. I feel like I definitely made the right choice. I really, 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 really do.
I like to hear.
I was sleeping in the car. Did you put in the car for that chicken line? You get put in the car for that?
She just cooked it.
Oh, okay.
Just cooked it longer.
Okay.
Well, you see, I knew. I was like,
I'm just
what?
I'm just
What
updating the audience. I'm just updating the audience. They want to know what happened. Did Kevin actually get put in the car for calling his wife out? That's all. I'm just.
The audience wants to know that?
Yes.
I saw the clip, and I was like, why'd they make this the clip? They putting clips for the clips.
Inquiring minds. Geek, you're weak, Mr. Thick.
You're thick.
Thick
No,
40. Thick
no.
40.
that is not. That is
You've been
not
saying
my
that
name.
shit all week, Keith. You've been saying that shit all week at work, so you're not living that down now.
Thick 40. Hoochie daddy shorts on. Full of them.
My week has been none but job applications and working on Dungeons and Dragons content
So is that enjoyable?
in that order.
Is that enjoyable?
First one, no. The first one, no. The second one, yes.
You show up
What
to
you mean, no?
if you show up to the interviews in your hoochie daddy shorts, you'll get the job.
Yeah.
I guarantee I will not.
May or may or not have
Put your
gotten a
bu-
job from that.
Put your buns on the table. Wait, huh?
What?
Walk in, and let your dreads down, nigga. Huh?
Oh,
Just walk in and let your dreads down. My week has been
Boom, doom, doom.
uh my week in one word has been a waiting room. I've waited mostly every day. My lovely place of employment is down equipment, and there's nothing for me to do. So I just wait around every day for about 6 hours getting paid to sit on a bench.
It's fine.
It's I have no problem with it. And then I end up doing one thing and I go home. I mean, it works for me. Shit, great. So I guess like I said, it's been pretty peaceful, relaxing. Good off to a good start. Trying to stay positive.
Yeah.
I guess that's new. I guess I'm changing. But like Kendrick said, I still got growing to do.
It's okay.
I still want to do that shit.
he
But let's
also
get into
said,
it. Oh,
"Bitch, I'm attractive."
I say that every day, nigga. Especially
I'm fasting.
after a fresh shave. Shit. Oh, I can't turn nobody to a song. I'm not a rapper. But let's get into it. This is something Mr. Wendell brought up, and so we're gonna let him. He seems very excited. We're happy for him. We're gonna talk about starting something new and dealing with a major change in life. I guess personal, relationship wise, career wise. He wanted to. I guess he has a whole plethora of new frontiers.
Well, no, I just more for me is the new frontier in the workplace because I haven't been the new guy in a long time. In a long time. Would you say sleeping on the couch? Man, I'm not sleeping on the couch.
You didn't sleep in the car, so that was new frontier too.
No, I did that at the other job. You don't remember that?
No, I don't. I don't know your life.
No, when I left the show, I went straight to work and slept in the parking lot.
That was by choice. I'm talking about being put in the car. Oh
man, come on, man.
No, but
Anywho, any Hoosier.
Fuck the Hoosiers.
I'm just saying, like, dealing with it for me is not too bad because I'm actually super excited for this job. So I was nervous as hell going in because I'm like, I don't know what the hell if this is the right choice, all that, because you take a leap and you don't know until you're in it. So I guess that stress was getting to me a little bit, but I was just like, I feel like this is the right way to go. And walking in there, I got lucky because everybody is super chill. Like everybody is just like, they're like, we're all new here, fool. Like there's a new industry basically. So we're all learning together in a sense. You know what I mean? Like we're not stupid, but we're like learning what we're doing together. So nobody's like trying to be a cut above each other and everything like that was the lucky part. But like I'm thinking like Keith, right now you're going looking for new work. Like what do you do like going into a new place? How does your mindset go? Like are you excited? Are you scared? Are you like whatever? Like how do you get yourself prepared to walk into that?
I can tell you the experience when I came back to work after the pandemic. Leading up to that, I was terrified. Like not scared, but terrified because uh, I hadn't worked like that in a long time. Couple that with uh, the virus going around and all that stuff, and trying to keep myself healthy, trying to manage increased anxiety, just period, and depression and stuff like that. I was terrified because I was just I'm interacting with people again, like large groups of people again, and things like that. So for me, it was nerve wracking. But once I was there, it only took maybe a couple of days before I kind of got back into a mode that I was comfortable with being in that type of environment again.
Was there anything you like did to prepare yourself before going in? Like I know for me, because I always never get no sleep. So I think
Oh
before the
yeah.
job, I made sure I had ample amount of sleep. I ate right. I did everything. I probably should do normally, but I did it. I was like, I got to be fresh the first day and like just have my mind right. Like I don't know, did you do anything differently or whatever to get yourself prepared to do that?
I was still trying to get my sleep schedule back to um a like normal, you go to sleep at night and you wake up in the morning. I was on that being up all night and sleeping all day. So I honestly didn't get very much sleep my first day in, but like I said, music always seems to help. So I was definitely jamming out the music.
Vibing.
The night before, I had like I had some music going while I was trying to sleep, but it was low, and then I was blasting music on the way to work. So uh,
Gotcha. And then that I was thinking too something because I know study you did keto. I don't know. You still doing keto? Not so
No,
much. Like so, I know that's a
do
drastic change
variations.
in that. Oh, okay.
Like I implement things from keto, but I do not do keto no more. Keto is a
Got you.
keto. Mm-mm. I know somebody at work that pretends to do keto. Does that count?
No.
That nigga ain't doing keto. That nigga doing it. He's doing anti keto shit. The
But
opposite.
how'd you get yourself like in that state to even do it? Because I looked at that and I was like, hell no, I can't even do it. I can't.
It's it takes a certain amount of discipline to stick with because you have to, I guess, trick yourself into believing that it's necessary or worth it. Like because you're pretty, it's three simple rules of keto is no sugar, no bread, and no beer.
Ooh,
Uh,
see? Come on, dog.
and that's the three simple rules. If you follow that, a lot of times you lose weight, but it's not sustainable. Eventually, you plateau. So, and you get severely constipated at times, which
Oh,
yeah.
I can understand.
Well, I mean, my my wife she's running a long con on me. You know,
Uh-oh.
we do like 3 days out the week we do plant based meals. You know, so she's
Okay.
trying to like slowly transition me away from everything. Like she's been on like ever since I would say this since the pandemic, all that she's been on like some super. She's on the super healthy tick. You know. So we're very selective about what we put in and on our bodies now. Like she's been
Yeah.
researching like it's like I mean down to like lotion and deodorant. Like there's certain things we just don't touch anymore. And like once you start learning what's in some of this shit, you're like, man, this is they really are. No wonder a shit ton of people get cancer. Like there's a lot of shit and things that you use daily that extended use can cause cancer. So I guess that's pretty much the only thing that's like new to me. You know,
Yeah.
you know. Yeah, when you guys
But
talking about the job, I said, damn, I ain't had a new job in 17 years. I
yeah.
said, damn, I guess I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
That's
No, that's a
job
good thing.
stability. Job stability is a
yeah.
great thing.
Is it? Because I be wanting to choke these
Sometimes.
motherfuckers out.
So it depends. Your guys' jobs are good and great. Some people stay at jobs that they should not stay
Like bakers.
at.
Like
What?
you shouldn't be 9 months old. You shouldn't be 9 months pregnant and stripping.
Wait,
The tripping?
Stripping.
what?
Oh, stripping. I thought you would meant like
Oh
doing shrooms. I was like, there's a
no.
job to do shrooms?
Some of the money I've seen strippers make, they're still got a better outcome than bakers.
I'm gonna have to go ask the
Like
baker's
bakers
employees. Like,
the
Right.
restaurant or bakers like you bake like a baker like a bakery baker.
No, I'm talking about bakers, the fast
Oh,
food
fast food.
restaurant.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm gonna stop some. Like, hey, my man, what's the take home? And they might throw my burrito at me.
I mean, I guess I know doubt is something that kind of hinders people from starting things new. So we're gonna roll into the next topic. How do you guys manage your self doubt? What do you do?
That's funny.
Well, good. Come on,
How
come on, come
do?
on, come on. I want to hear from Mr. Thickman first.
Oh
I,
shit! You gonna keep calling him thick man through the whole damn podcast.
oh,
Thicky
it's
thick.
thick. It's
I
thick
might.
at first.
I just might turn my shit.
I thought you said it's thickened.
And see, I already know who I'm gonna blame for this, but I'm
Blame for what? For your self doubt?
no for this. What I'm not
Thicks.
gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it.
Thicks. It's cool, man. How do you deal with self doubt? Thickum.
Yeah.
Hey, come on.
How do I deal with self doubt? I honestly still haven't figured it out yet. It's still one of those things that hinders me quite often. Uh, I know a lot of it is irrational. I shouldn't feel that way. Mine is unique thing. Sometimes you can control it. Sometimes you can't. Sometimes you can easily work through it. Sometimes it's going to take a lot of work and a lot of time to work through it.
You like
Yeah.
do you know like your triggers?
It always depends on what the task is, what I'm doing, what I'm focusing on. Like uh, like I said, I this week I've been working on game content. Uh, right now, I can say that I'm feeling a lot more self confident when it comes to how I'm preparing for games, how uh, more quickly the ideas are coming, how quickly I can put those ideas down on paper, things like that. Um, but there's definitely other aspects that I know that I'm not so confident in, or at least I tell myself that. Um,
Could I ask you this? Does the doubt hinder you from doing?
again, it depends on what it is. It always depends on what it is. Some things I can easily push through, and there's other things that just feels like a still 30-foot wide wall that I just can't punch my way through.
Well,
And
Go ahead.
go ahead.
that's the
I was
because
gonna
I
ask
was just thinking, like, if you could get past the ones that you can, like, how do you do that? I guess because you know you
different
have
levels of
doubt that you
severity.
get over. You know what I mean?
Different levels of severity.
Uh,
Yeah.
Some things weigh heavier than others, Kevin. I think that stuff is
No, I understand, but if self doubt, at some point, if you get put through it, what did you do yourself to get through it? You know what I mean?
just do.
Yeah,
Just
I mean,
knock,
yeah.
just knock my head against it until I push through. Like I said, sometimes it is very easily. Uh, I can push my way through, and then there's just times where like it mentally exhausts me.
Yeah,
So,
that's understandable.
and
Understood.
that's one of the reasons why I have so many. Unfortunately, that's one of many reasons why I have so many migraines, is because uh,
So you said
shit
you
is
cause your
just.
own migraines on yourself?
Uh, I can safely say I probably do more times than uh, like I've always had issues with migraines, but when my anxiety and my stress is really high, they come way more often.
That is a
And
factor.
I also get sick more often.
Thick?
You,
Yeah.
you get
Yeah,
sick.
you do. Yeah,
Sick.
you do.
Mr. Wendell.
Ill.
Mr. Wendell, how you deal with your self doubt?
Um, you actually touched on one way that I like to deal with stuff is how you're talking about with the plant based and everything and like stuff you were changing is through like education. There's like things that I'm not sure about, like I try to educate on to see, learn more about it to try to like curb my reservations on things. So the more I learn about stuff, I'm kind of not as reserved about doing those things, or you know what I mean. And then preparation's big. Like preparation's real big. Like somebody may have told me that I should be doing comedy coming up pretty soon, and I'm not gonna tell. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm a little nervous by a lot. But the only way to fix that is to prepare.
Terrace,
Huh?
I believe
July
he said
22nd.
July
I think he said
22nd.
Grand Terrace.
Yeah, I
Grand
believe he said
Terrace.
July 22nd in Grand Terrace.
The venue?
Headlining.
The
Yeah,
venue?
he said
The venue.
start with headline.
Venue.
The venue is the venue.
The venue. There we go. But the preparation that I'm going to have to do for that day is going to help curb that because just the amount of I've been off and like not being up there, I'm a little worried about, what my, you know, output's going to be. But like I said, that's the only way to cure that.
Okay.
So I think mine is more education, preparation, and then, like he said, just do. At some point, you just got to do.
Sometimes you got to just get up and walk. McFly,
You know?
aka that nigga.
Uh, sometimes I vibe out and listen to a little Robin Thicke, and
Which
Oh, you
song?
listening, Keith?
Yeah, I'm changing my name. I swear I won't be 40 by next pod.
sometimes you just gotta ride out with people to the thick and thin, just things can get thick, Keith, but we're here for you. But anyway,
Yo, if anybody needs a new co-host for a podcast, hit me up. Hit me up.
Hey,
all right,
www.thickums.
Nope.
All right.
Thickums McGee. So what I normally do is honestly with doubt, because it always tends to come up. I just generally just go in not thinking, like just kind of do it before the doubt can actually hinder me. I've noticed when I've done that is usually when I get past it, because you end up fucking surprising yourself most times. So I just normally when I've had doubt, I realize the doubt ends up just getting in my way. But so when I know I need to do something, I just do it without, like, before I even get the chance to think about it, and then you just kind of figure it out as you go. That's my best way of dealing with it, because normally when I do think about it, I hinder myself. I end up messing up because I'm thinking more about it than instead of just doing it.
I think I'm similar. I think to me it depends on the severity of the task. Like if it's something medium where I was like, oh, I could mess up, I could not, I'll just go up and do it. But then like if it's something that's like major, where like if I f up, it could be like really bad. Then I'm like, it takes me a little longer to like try.
Like for instance, the learning how to bat and feeder. Like when it was explained to you, you were like, oh shit, how do it? But then when it was just simple, like, look, motherfucker, just do it this way. You're like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Like, but when you're in your head,
Yeah.
you're doubting yourself, and then
I'm also one of those people where I need the simple explanation. I don't need the big elaborate. I don't need to understand how all the cogs work. Just tell me how the important cogs work, and then I fill in the gap. Because but I think like, but then again, like I said, sometimes I know for me is that the doubt is the same thing with the motivation. It's like I just get to the point in my head, and I just tell myself, hey man, just take the first step. Like just because I know,
like in the gym,
yeah, I know
just going.
once I get there, it's gonna be I'm gonna get through it. You know,
Yeah, it just
that's what I
takes
do.
one step.
You know, so moving on here. This is also Mr. This is a Wendell special. Uh, humbling oneself in life and in relationships. We're gonna let him elaborate. How did you humble yourself in your relationship?
In relationships, that one's sometimes gets tough because I can't always act like I'm right.
Why not?
Sometimes I just gotta take the back seat and like admit when I'm wrong. That's the thing that I guess I get bad at is the humbling in that regard. To like, all right, my bad. I'm sorry. Shit like that. And then we're not talking about the chicken because I was not wrong in that.
Oh, we don't believe you were wrong. We believe you were actually right. We're shocked you said it out loud.
Well, I couldn't whisper it.
We were just shocked that you said it out loud.
But I don't know. I think that more sparked for me from everything like right now is just being in this new position and just being around because I've been around those people at work that know everything,
Mm-hmm.
quote unquote, and I've seen how that can backfire. Like I think that was taught to me by a lot of the old timers where it's like just shut up sometimes, listen. Like for example, like I know there's one cat who would teach you something, but the moment you say, "Oh no, I know," he goes, "Cool, then go fix it." So it's like one of those things where I had to. Well, I don't. I guess I didn't really have to, but it's like right now in this position, it's like I think I'm a pretty good mechanic, but right now I need to just shut up and learn. It's like just take a step back. I might be able to be like, "Could we try it this way? We should try it this way, maybe." But let me learn something first. So it's like that humility to step back and go, "Okay, I'm gonna be a sponge and see what this is," as opposed to being like, "I got what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing." So I guess it's in that regard. What's up?
You never winged it at that other place, right?
Winged it?
Like try to figure it out on the fly. Like
Oh no, there's shit you got to figure out. You got plenty of time. You got plenty
I'm
of time.
talking about as far as being a customer to this place. I don't have to worry, right?
No, you don't have to worry. You can't put the shit out there if it ain't right.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
But it's like the whole thing is like you're not winging it. There's shit that you got to learn, and like sometimes you don't have help. And the shitty part about that is, if it's not right, let's put it this way: if it's not right, we had a thing where it was delayed being open. So if you come inside and it was like, why is this not open? Sometimes because that mechanic ain't done. And some of those motherfuckers wasn't being humble. And they're like, yeah, I got it. And that motherfucker went, cool, you go do it. So they end up getting yelled at and shit for things like that. But no, you say don't.
Shit.
That's funny.
That was a safety question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I understood that completely. Oh shit.
Yeah, no, I get it. Because the industry can be, there's some folks out there where you're like, damn, nigga, are you kidding me?
Yeah, I've seen it. That's why I'm trying to make sure.
Because we've seen, like, just being inside of that, you see so many different videos and stuff. And that's how I knew I was in a good place because we all would be like, how? How did you do this? So it's like, you cool.
I mean, I know the. I'm gonna ask you the same question, Keith. I know it's hard, being Mr. Thick to be humble. But how do you humble yourself?
How do I humble it? I mean, it depends on. Again, it depends on what I'm doing. I mean, it's not terribly hard to humble myself. I I know there's things that I'm good at. How do I try and humble myself before I
Before you answer,
uh-huh.
You gonna say some cocky shit.
I mean, if we're using like my art background as an example, I know enough that I could give advice, but I know I haven't been doing it enough to like come from a place of I just know everything about art. If that makes sense. Like,
No, that makes sense.
because I mean, I'm old. Like, well, I'm not old, but like I'm older than a lot of the illustrators that I talk to. So there's things that they obviously know, just given the fact that when I was doing it, it was a totally different era. Like digital wasn't really as popular as it is now. It was all practical, like pencil to paper, pen to paper, stuff like that. So when it comes to certain techniques and stuff like that, uh, I know I can give advice, but I do keep in mind that uh, I can't come from a place where I can just be like, yeah, I know how to do this, I know how to do that. You should do it this way, and if you say otherwise, then like,
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I
not.
see that.
Yeah,
Make
that ain't
slide.
that.
Knowing that you're that nigga, how do you humble yourself?
Yeah.
Damn, there it
all right.
is. There
Um,
we have it.
He said
You can't.
it's impossible.
Yes, hey.
truthfully, it's I, other than just trying to be confident about yourself, I think life what has a way of humbling me, like by
Yeah,
watching how shit unfurls.
I
You'll
was
see
gonna say
shit.
some shit like that. That life humbles me a lot, but I didn't know if that was kosher.
Yeah, because I see shit happen a lot, and I'm like, shit, yeah, man, we shut the fuck up. Let me not
Yeah.
start. Yeah.
Yeah, I be co-signing that shit. Yeah. I mean, it's similar. I think life humbles me, and what I noticed is that even shit, I can even with the motorcycle, man. Like every time I get cocky, I
Oh
fuck up.
yeah.
Every time, I get cocky, I fuck up, and it'd be like little stupid stuff. Like, oh, I know better. And if I wasn't
Right.
trying to like show off or like act like I'm Mr. Super or whatever, I wouldn't have done it if I was like focused on the task at hand. So I would definitely say like life has a way to
Oh
humble you.
shit at you real quick. Yeah.
Yeah, like
You
they
Keith.
like sit your ass back
Mm.
down.
No,
Yeah.
Keith brought up a good point in that because granted, I was talking about self doubt and doing the comedy thing. There was a point that I was like, nigga, I'm pretty dope. And I was like, I never was that guy to like go out of the way to like just try to go give a nigga advice. Like, you know what I mean? Like I was at a show out here somewhere, and some dude take people to the side and just start giving them advice, and I'm like, nobody asked you to do that. Like it's almost like made it look like he thought he was the authority to do that,
Mm.
and it's like, stop. Everybody's different. Like that fool could teach you something.
Well,
It's
they
like
say
you have to like step back and do like that. Like, hey, I don't know all of this.
they say those who can't teach.
Yeah,
What's
like
the rest?
oftentimes I just play to my strengths when it comes to situations like that. Like, all right, I have some experience in this. If what I have to tell you helps you, cool.
Mm.
If it don't, cool. I mean,
If I did, I would ask them. I was like, is it cool if I give you some
oh
advice? If
yeah,
not, I'm not tripping, man. Like it's
oh yeah.
not.
I'm not gonna just be like, yo,
I,
this
I
is what
Your
you
always
did
shit
wrong.
sucks.
Right.
I, I always say what I would do, and I tell them what I would do, and I go, but you do
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
You do you. That's how I always word it. I would probably approach it this way, but you do you.
yeah.
You know,
Everybody got their own approach.
like I'll give
You ever have that with music? Sorry, my bad.
I was gonna say I'll give study advice about yeah, but you know you a grown ass man, you do what you want to do. That's how I finish everything. So
That's how it
don't take
always ends. Yeah,
so don't do what I say. Like I did no. I said you grown. You do what you want to do. I gave you options.
I love that.
I didn't
That's
say
my
go this
favorite
way.
line.
I said I didn't say you had to go my way. I said what I told you what I would do. What you
But
gonna
do
ask?
you ever run into that with music?
Far as
I know nobody that laughed
Like
at
where
him
it's
before
like,
that gave him no fucking pointers. I know that much. That show.
Oh,
okay. Anyway, yeah. What? Continue, Kevin. As far as
like if you see like somebody up and coming, like do you ever, I guess like try to give them advice, or like if they ask for advice, like how do you approach that?
I try to give as much insight as far as what I went through, so I just kind of just pay it forward. So, like I've had in instances where a guy asks me how I do something, and I'll just explain to him the steps, because everything's like a learning process. So
Yeah.
from whether it's breath control or just stage presence or just the ability to write, you just tell them the steps. Like like I've said in a couple of podcasts ago, I always approach shit as if I don't know anything. So like even if I know something, I don't know anything. So I'll always ask people before they even know I rapped or anything like that. I'll just pick their brains. So when I give back, I just try to tell them the same thing. Just try to go in not knowing anything and be a fly on the wall or just pick up on the things that people are laying down. And I've given advice. It doesn't mean they necessarily have to take it, but
Yeah.
uh, yeah, it's just I've had what you said too, where I've had the guys that swear like they know everything, and you're looking at them and you're like, okay. And then sometimes you'll pick up on things and be like, oh, okay, this guy's being helpful. But other times you can just tell it's somebody who's just trying to seem, and he's giving the wrong advice to people too, because he's just there, and you're like, dude, that's not how it goes at all. But he'll be telling people left and right, and if they listen,
That is true.
You know, one of
That's the you
Big
grown
Fly's
man.
favorite rappers told he has a famous line that says, "Bitch, be humble." And speaking of Kendrick Lamar, sort of wanted to touch on Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. It's been
yes,
about a month. We let it breathe.
you let it marinate, let it
There's a lot
get
of
some age.
heavy mental topics dealing within the black community in particular and mental state of black men.
I
So
think it's very beneficial that there's a lot of therapy. Like when I listened to it for the first time, there were certain songs that stood out to me, and it I could tell like by the certain phrases and the subject matter that he's been to a therapist like heavy, and now there's certain songs that stand out to me more now than they did before. Did you guys have any songs in particular that maybe impacted you more further listen than you did in the beginning, and overall, in the grand scheme of it all, does the album does it just have a whole different meaning than when you first heard it, like now?
have you listened yet, Keith?
So about that, I didn't do my homework. I've been focusing on
picking.
writing. No,
We
I
had
have not.
we had a big gap. It's okay.
I'll answer the question. I think if you listen to the way, for me personally, listen to the way he starts the album. The very first line is, "I hope you find a peace of mind in this lifetime. I hope you find peace of mind in this lifetime. I hope you find paradise in this like." So from the gate, he's telling you, "Hey man, get your mental right." And then he goes through. There's numerous songs that touch on a lot of things, from the fatherhood song, to the Auntie is a Man Now, the Auntie Diaries, the whole part where he chose love over religion, the part about the domestic violence and the toxicity of relationships, um, the part of just dealing with manhood and what's perceived to be manhood isn't manhood. I think there's a lot of gems, a lot of gems in this album, and then I don't understand anyone who says they can't pick up on it. I think every single track even the the Heart Part 5, that's not part of the album, but the whole thing where he did the tribute and he talks about everything. Everything he's done with this project and with that single, man, has been to me uh, all therapeutic. All of it. All of it's for you to try to get a bigger understanding, a better understanding rather, of your mental and to seek help. He's telling people, hey, I did the work. He said on one song, he said he had writer's block for 2 years. He did the work to better himself, and he mentions his son Enoch. He it's not for him, and at the end of the album, he basically says that his children have broken the generational curse. He's not doing the same things with his children that was done to him. He's breaking that cycle. He's starting anew. So I think if you really listen to it, man, there's so many gems. I mean, you. I don't know. We don't have time to go song for song, but there's. I mean, I recommend it. I recommend it.
I
Did you
choose
listen?
me.
I choose me. I'm sorry. That's some real shit. I don't think
But
people
yeah,
understand. Like there's nothing wrong with choosing yourself.
You can't please everybody.
Hey,
but yeah,
I can't. Hey, you can.
you have
Sometimes you
to
can't make yourself
choose
happy.
you before you can please anyone else.
Hey, I
That's
just think.
just the truth.
Did you listen,
Love's
Mr.
gonna get you
Wendell?
killed.
Yeah, I
Did you
listened.
listen?
Of course, I listened.
What's your takes? What's your takes?
Um,
Now it's been a while. What's your take?
to be honest, the way I listen to it now is way different than when I first listened. I listen to it now. I listen to all the jamming songs just because
I,
I kind of breezed on it at first. I don't even remember what songs it was. There's certain songs on there that it kind of made me
Pain
feel like
away. I fuck the pain away. I jerk the pain away. I fuck no.
I wasn't.
that
I
that I
wasn't.
don't want to cut you. I don't want you to cut you
No,
off,
you
but
good.
that line in that song, that shit means a lot to me. That I hope it's not too late to set my demons straight.
Yeah,
I
I love
hope
that
it's
song.
not too
Because
late
I
to
because I
set
am a
my
goddamn
demons straight.
procrastinator, and I have a dark past where I've done shit wrong, and I've been trying to I'm paying for all the wrongs in my 20s and my 30s. I'm
Hope
trying
you
to right the
see the
wrongs.
God
So
in
it's like
me.
shit like
I
that.
hope
It
that
hit
you
me.
see.
It hits me hard.
That's a lot of layers in that chorus though. And
Hey
he's
man,
like,
Yeah.
it's a
if you
lot.
listen to like I slide the pain away, like that's
Yeah,
talking about culture. That's talking about
yeah,
how these fools just
yes.
kill each other to just get
My
back. And
version's
you're like,
different.
this ain't good.
Very
Well, yeah,
different.
your version's it's just release. It's a release. You know what I'm saying? I get it.
All his virgins are sexual.
I get it. But like some of the shit he was talking about, like the way he was talking about himself, is like, yes, there's that being that nigga and doing all that. I'm like, I get mad at myself in certain regards because I'm like, fuck, this sounds so fucking goddamn cocky. I'm like, if I did the work, I know where I'd be. So I get mad at myself sometimes listening to that shit. Where I'm like, nigga, I should just get up off my ass and do the work because I know I'm that nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I listen to it in a different fucking telescope or whatever in that point. But
I, I think, well, not to cut you off real quick, but I think that's the whole point of that Savior song. No one can save
yeah,
you
I
but you.
love that fucking song. I
No one
love
can
that
save you
fucking
but
song.
you. That's the point. You can look up to anybody, but they are not your savior. No
Yeah.
one can save you but you. I'm telling you, man, listen to that shit. Shout out to Kendrick.
Some they asked me that at work the other day because I told them I did comedy, and they were like, "Well, who would you compare your comedy to?" And I'm like, "No one. That's why would I do that? Like, I can't. Like, I don't even listen to comedy when I write. Like, I can't watch comedy when I write. I don't want to be influenced by any of that shit. I want it to stand the fuck alone. I don't want it to be like, oh, you sound like him. Like, no, you sound like me. Like, that's what the fuck it is. Like, I sound like me. You get what I mean? But like, just it's what was it? The is it a father? Not father time. The aunties auntie diaries, right? That song, I love how he picked that just the some of the shit we say,
That's a two
huh?
hitter. That's a two hitter. Are you
Yeah,
talking about? Are you talking about the end of the song when
yeah.
he's
Because I
talking to
was
his
like, I've
cousin?
always
That
thought that.
that
I've had
yeah,
those conversations with people like, well, why? I'm like, listen, nigga, like if we can say this like that, we get away with everything we want to in a racial sense as black
yeah,
people.
yeah.
We do. And like, I'm like, I've always been like, it's not right to turn around and go, you can't do that. I'm like, we gotta look at the mirror on that one.
I thought that was some deep heavy shit when he cousin was like, I'm not gonna say the word, but bundle of
Yeah,
sticks, bundle of sticks, bundle of sticks, and then cousin said you can say that when you let a white girl say nigga. I said,
yeah.
damn, that's deep.
Tried at my show, but you guys weren't for it.
Well, I just don't know how others will respond.
Yeah, I mean,
I've set up white people like that. I don't know if I've told you this. I've done that at a show. I said Monica. I was like, all right, Monica. And I was like, say it real slow. And they're like, Monica. And I was like, now say it, Monica. And I was like, now y'all just said my nigga. Tell your friends, you guys all canceled or whatever the fuck it was. But like, that's deep to me. That's like honesty.
What the fuck is
And it's,
culture?
yeah, again, more to
Kendrick.
that.
Kendrick.
And it's so interesting that he was saying that because I'm pretty sure it comes from the shows because I've seen people talk about that. And I'm like, we're literally watching these fools at concerts in Europe and the entire crowd is reciting that. I'm like, how could you be that mad when this is literally changing his family's life by these motherfuckers reciting what he said? That scared the shit out of me. Whew.
All right.
But you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so I guess when I first listened to it the whole time, I was just like, okay. And I went all the way in, and now I'm just like, it's a session. So I'm like, I try to just.
I think to me the hardest thing on the whole album for us as a culture to do is that in that Auntie Diary song when he basically told you that he chose love over religion. I don't. That's not something a lot of black people are not ready to hear. A lot of black people love their religion, boy. They're not ready to hear that. They're not ready to hear that.
It's crazy because we go to the actually having this conversation with my mom, and she's real good about that stuff. She's religious, but she's not crazy with that type of stuff. And I was just like, so we all believe that you don't choose to be gay, and I'm like, how the hell can you tell me that that is a mortal sin if you are born that way? And I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? So you're telling me God created all of this and there's free will, but you don't have free will in your birth. So if you're born this way, you're telling me God made you born to go to hell? That doesn't make sense to me.
Hey man, don't trigger them.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry.
You gonna trigger them. You gonna trigger them. They're gonna be under the comments.
That's fine. Hey, spark some thought. Have a conversation.
Bible strip.
I'm all with it. I literally read the whole Bible, so we can have that
You
conversation.
must have been bored.
I went to a Christian school and.
I can say in my whole lifetime that will never happen with me. I can say that wholeheartedly. That I will never read that fucking. I'll never read the whole Bible. That's.
It's pretty. It's got some insight in there, and it's pretty interesting too with some of that stuff. Yeah, it's some of the stuff you read, and you're like, it's. I think it's worth it. I want to read others like completely through, just because I guarantee the similarities are much more than people want to admit to.
Yeah.
And it's almost like a thing where it's like, were these just guidelines written by these people in these regions to try to keep you guys in line? Just a thought.
Let's close this out. Let's close this out with the study. Go ahead and finish your take on this. Since geeked and listened to the wonderful masterpiece of art that was given to us.
Okay.
I just feel like in the grand scheme of it all, it's the beautiful thing about Kendrick Lamar is what holds it, but to me holds him above all his peers that we compare and say the next Mount Rushmore and everything is his music has a longevity to it that the most of them can't do or mimic or replicate, because when you listen to that album, you can tell like every listen you're going to find something else, and every listen it's going to start to warp and different. You could literally be sitting there hearing one word or one phrase or one part of a song, and you might be tripping out on that shit all day. and that'll sit in your mind, and you're like, you can't. I can't say that I've ever had that experience with any other artist. Oh no, yeah. There's a couple artists, but like him, like in this scheme between like Drake, Kendrick, and J. Cole, like they're not on that level as far as making me sit there and just ponder maybe how I'm living life or how I can do better or similarities to where you start to like vibe with it to the point that you're just thinking in a different sense of it all, and you have more of a self-awareness. That's very rare quality that Kendrick possesses, and I definitely feel like you get it with this album.
That's what's up. So we're gonna move on to
Just
something
disappeared on us. That's cool.
Yeah, he'll probably be gone. He'll probably
No, I was
be
just.
We're gonna
Yeah,
move
he
on to
did.
something. It's a little awkward, but I want to
Uh-oh.
hear your thoughts about this. So, a pastor asked a married couple who was struggling to conceive to have sex on the church altar so that the congregation could pray for them to conceive. Um, this is some weird shit. I don't our
It is
stuff.
shit.
I don't.
That was some Pornhub exclusive.
So again, we back to religion, huh?
Yeah, like
Did they conceive? That's the question.
I don't know. There's a lot of pressure on them.
There's no I know, man. How did he perform?
That's a lot of pressure.
Viagra?
If I remember correctly, the picture, he was definitely like trying to hide.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm not trying to fuck
yeah,
in front of everybody in
yeah,
church.
yeah.
It's a little weird. People's
It's
grandmas and
crazy.
shit watching,
I don't know.
praying.
What kind of church is this?
I just
Go ahead, son, say it.
Yeah.
What trips me out about things like that when it happens is that I get people are heavily religious, but at the same token, like there's been other things and instances where people have someone will tell them to do something and they just kind of go along with it, and then like when they're asked after the fact why they did it, they kind of just don't have a good answer, and it's just like shit, like because I get the pastor told you this, but come on, like a certain part of common sense has to come in and go, brother, I'm not about to do this in front of.
Right.
Like,
Would you not look at the pastor weird? And is this not a crime, sir?
Yeah,
This is a crime. You're
Is
asking them
it?
to yes. You're
I don't know
asking
if it's a crime
a
to.
church is considered a public place.
Is it though?
They're engaging in a sexual act in a.
I guess they are tax exempt.
Oh.
This is illegal.
So the
For
real
them,
question
not the
is,
people watching.
so the real question is, like everybody's seen the picture, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
With the pastor's hand being on her head, is that now considered a threesome?
No,
He's
we're not
involved.
doing this.
God
We're not doing
damn
this.
it, Keith.
We're not doing this.
Man.
We're not doing this.
If
Technically,
he
you can.
arrived,
Oh no.
if he arrived, then yes,
Oh my god.
it's a threesome. But to further Andy's point on this, you are correct. At some point, common sense has to take hold because let's think about it this way: when people kill people and do the mass suicides in the name of religion, we call them crazy.
Yes.
But when it's stuff like this, it's like, oh, it's just faith. Like, no, y'all crazy.
No, nigga. This is
No,
crazy. I'm not saying this is
the
crazy.
whole church, though. I'm saying is sitting there in faith.
No, this
like
is
nobody
crazy.
stepped in and was like, "Come on now, come." Like,
No, this is crazy.
we're not watching this. No, this is
crazy.
He needs to sell cars.
Okay. Yeah.
This preacher needs to sell something.
Just look it up.
If he could get away with this.
So we're gonna end this because I do want your guys' opinion on this. So apparently there's a show on TLC called Seeking Sister Wives, and there's
Seeking them?
Yes, Seeking Sister Wives, and there's this a black man, and he's a polygamist. He has two wives, and one manages an IT company, and the other is an operation manager at another company, and the women consider him a trophy husband, and they're in a relationship together, the two women and the one man. And the women are married to each other. He's not married to any of them.
So he's out scot-free.
He's a legend.
If that goes south, he's out. Like he don't have to. He should have married.
Why?
He should have married. Spousal
Why?
support. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, fuck it. Hey, we gonna play the game. You gonna play the game all the way, baby. No, that's not the play.
No.
Why not?
So let me ask you guys, fellas: would you want to be in a situation like Nick?
Yes.
No. No.
You answered
No.
way too quick.
No thought. No thought.
Wow.
You want to be a trophy husband, Stutter?
Yes.
Oh shit.
All right.
Maybe the one woman. The two.
Kevin, don't play it safe.
No, I don't. Like I told y'all, when niggas talk about they got work wives, I'm like, you really like migrants.
You're saying he's taken care of, right?
Oh, completely. He stays home. He doesn't work.
That's dope. But we don't know the other side.
We don't know exactly how much he's doing. My initial thoughts, I wouldn't want this situation because I'm along the lines with Kevin. One woman is enough to have a headache. And
I'll be the trophy husband to one of them, yeah. Oh, God, don't do that because that's true.
When them cycles sync, nah, I'm good. Yeah.
Then they gonna cook something that's the best meal of his life, and they were like, I guess, fuck it.
Good.
I'll go drive my Porsche. I'll go drive my Porsche and get over this.
I'll figure it out.
Good.
I'll figure it out. What, you going to divorce me?
Right.
No, but here's the thing: they can't divorce you, but then again, you're not married to them. But they can tell you has to leave, and now you're just with nothing.
That's where the married part would come in. Like, oh, so you divorcing me? You know, I came with nothing, and you changed my lifestyle, so I have to maintain this lifestyle that you afforded me. So,
see, you're not thinking on a mastermind level. Obviously, if you're in a situation where you're not married to neither one of them, you have to be putting something on the side just in case the situation.
I'm taking the money they give me and putting it away.
Right.
I'm not putting my money to the
side. No, that's what I'm talking about. Like, you're putting something away just in case this situation breaks down, and like once you leave, at least you have something.
This is too good to be true. Put this in. This is going to handle it.
Because the odds are pretty high with just one, but you got two now.
Yeah.
Are they going to be driving home together?
And what kind of jobs do they have?
Right.
One manages an IT company and the other's an operation
manager. So he can store some money away. He can store some money.
High-paying jobs. So
yeah, he can store some money away.
They both have,
and I'm sure they're making sure he has a nice car and all this shit. I'm sure he can store some money away.
Yeah, I think I would fake my death. Let's get all the way in and just stare at Baskins, because that nigga, he faked his death. He got away from her. But anywho.
Yeah, man, this has been episode 47.
Andre Karolinko.
AK47, Andre Karolinko. Jazz ain't never been shit. We appreciate all the support, the likes, comments. We are on everything. And once again, I am your host, MoeLethal. I'm here with these three guys.
Stutter McFly, aka Murder When He Speaks.
Daniel Plainview, Wendell.
Daniel Plainview?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not
gonna sip your milkshake. Oh, if you know, you know. I drink your milkshake.
This is Geek 40, your friendly neighborhood dungeon master.
Thick man.
Nope.
Like, so when you shuffle the cards, does it go?
I don't think there's cards.
There's no cards.
Oh, there's no cards? I don't know, nigga. I don't know. I'm at the loop.
Man, this is
actually no.
There's cards.
Never. There's cards for spells.
Okay. This is episode 47. We appreciate y'all, man. We love y'all. We'll see you again next week. We are out. Peace.
Outro.
If you can hear the sound of my voice, you're a real one for sticking to the end.
Just want to thank you again for listening and stay tuned for the next episode. 40 out.